Marvel's Spider-Man 2, one of the most built-up games I've ever seen. A teaser trailer alone is the highest viewed PlayStation video on their channel. A teaser trailer. So imagine when actual gameplay and actual story trailers begin to come out building up to the game. And then imagine all of those being repeatedly beaten up to, shit on, and then thrown out the window. Marvel's Spider-Man 2 story is very interesting in terms of being extremely frustrating. I think obviously the thing most of us were looking forward to was the symbiote story and how Insomniac would interpret that story. And honestly, they were actually pretty close to doing a damn near good job. Now, do I think the symbiote arc as a whole is bad? No, absolutely not. I think we had amazing moments. We still saw the effects of the symbiote, but where it flops is the pacing of the arc. Everyone said this continuously, but I'll reiterate it again. The way that Peter shifts from this to this and then to this happens in the span of like 8 missions. Which is crazy because not only is it 8 missions, 2 of those missions also include Miles, so it's not just fully Peter's arc to go through, you also have to balance it with Miles, which is where the game genuinely fumbles at. I think the first act did a really good job at balancing Peter and Miles because there was good pacing. You shifted from Peter and Miles pretty smoothly. But once you get to the second act and you have Peter with the symbiote, the game just shifts randomly at will. And it's like, wait, why would I shift now? I should probably be focused on Peter right now. Like, again, I want to reiterate, don't get me wrong. Everything we've gotten up to the point where Peter got the symbiote was still really cool. We got to see Sandman as the opening. We got to see Agent Venom. Kraven is really sick. That mission where you play as Miles and go with Black Cat is really sick. All these moments are really cool and very fun to play. But then once Peter gets the symbiote, it's like the story just takes a massive nosedive in pacing and quality. I think what makes it even worse is that this game includes 2 Spider-Man, but it's still shorter than the previous game, which is crazy to me because the symbiote arc, they should have known going into it, should be a very thorough and decently long arc to where they can handle everything. But the fact that it has like 11 less missions than the first game is crazy. Honestly, the story still could have worked with the 31 missions if we got the symbiote sooner. I always imagined before the game coming out that we'd get the symbiote pretty early on because of Insomniac wanting people to get the symbiote abilities instantly because they want people to have the fun in the game. But I was actually decently shocked by the fact that we got it halfway through the game. I think that was extremely unnecessary and it could have been done in the first mission alone to get the symbiote. I think how they should have went about it is in that very first mission where you're fighting Sandman, instead of Miles helping and saving Peter at that almost near-death experience, it should have been Agent Venom. So then we get a better understanding and a better reasoning as to why this EMF company wants to help us in that very first mission, and then we already get introduced to the symbiote. And then maybe like 2 missions later, as you played through that young Peter mission and the raft already breaks out, you get the symbiote. So then at that point you have like 28 more missions that you could go through. 15 of those could be the symbiote arc and 15 of those could be the Venom arc. I think overall though, again, the symbiote arc did what it needed to do. You showed the effects of the symbiote on Peter. You had really cool moments with it. We got that scary horror mission with MJ. We got that crazy final mission with the symbiote fighting Kraven, fighting Miles. It's all really cool stuff. It's actually hilarious how right they got Carnage in this game, but not the main villain. I don't want to talk about Venom for too long because he's not even in the game for too long, but here are my main points against him. I was honestly very pleased with his very first mission. I thought they got everything right. I thought they got the anger towards Peter right. I thought his gameplay was amazing. I thought his design was amazing. His voice was amazing. His outburst of rage was amazing. And him fighting Kraven was really sick. Where it breaks is this moment. God, Insomniac could have done something so different here and have Harry switch up and have a line of like, no, I don't want to heal the world like that. I think healing the world should be killing Peter, etc., etc. You get the point. So then we could have gotten this like Venom that stalks Peter everywhere, watches him as he's fighting crime, watches him as he's with MJ or Miles, watching him as he's swinging through the city, and maybe even stopping you while you're swinging and fighting you on one of the roofs of the buildings. But nope, instead we got massive slugs everywhere and the symbiote city taking over. Originality! Do I like his design? Absolutely. Do I love how he's animated? Absolutely. Does he make me feel good? Absolutely. Is he written well? Absolutely not. And I don't even think it's the case of like, oh, it's because Harry's Venom. No. If Eddie was Venom in here, okay, they'd fuck with his character way too hard. I think overall, just to wrap this segment of the video, the story is in one simple word: frustrating. So actually, never mind. I'm gonna actually just cut the video here because a lot of my points from now on are pretty much the same exact points from this 2-hour-long video that you can check out. If you noticed, I didn't talk about anything about like the current state of the game because I've already talked about that in 2 of my most recent videos. So if you do want to hear my thoughts on the recent state of the game, then check them out. As for why this video took as long as it did, mainly because I am just a lazy piece of shit. Like, I have no excuses. It's just I'm on an off and on cycle with this channel so many times where like I have energy to upload and then I don't have energy to upload. So it's a continuous cycle. But to those who are interested about what I said in like the 5 minutes that I cut, it's basically me saying that I really enjoyed the combat in the game. I thought the traversal was amazing. I wished they added more side content, and that's pretty much about it. Again, if you want to hear more of my thoughts about that, check this video out. And yeah, until the next one, guys.